Hi there, and welcome to another Tip Tuesday here at IndySoft. My name is Keith, and this week I'll be discussing license pools and where they're useful and how to configure them in your system. License pools is a great feature for system administrators to kind of control the consumption of their license usage. So one example would be if you have IndySoft installed at multiple different sites and you wanted to make sure some sites weren't hogging all of the licenses, you could allocate, let's say you had 60 licenses, you could allocate 20 licenses per site so that you'll know that at least 20 licenses can be consumed at each site at any given time. It doesn't prevent, say, 40 licenses to be used by one site. It just allows it to where it spaces out those licenses so they're not all being consumed by one group. Another example that we're going to go into today and how to actually configure is if you have customers logging into your system on top of your technicians and employees, you can make it to where your employees and technicians have priority over those customers, and those customers are only allowed to log in using a specific set of licenses so that you'll never run into a time where you have your customers consuming licenses from your employees. So first off, to configure this, you do need to be a system administrator. And the next thing you'll need to do is make sure you have access to your IndySoft registration utility. You can open that up using the indysoftreg.exe in your installation directory, or if you're a cloud customer, you can create a hyperlink for this on the left-hand side of your side nav. And all you got to do is search for the reg, and you'll find a link called Insight Reg, and that is the hyperlink that you need to use that launches the correct utility. This is the utility itself, and as you can see, it lists all the different licenses, and you'll have your number of licenses for each license that you have available to you. And then you have a drop-down list here that shows you the pool. As you can see, there are no pools configured. And another thing that you'll need to have handy is the profile manager. I'm going to have that open up here on the right hand side. This is going to be used to, each time you set up a pool, you'll need to add that user specifically to that pool inside of the profile manager. So in this scenario here, we have 7 total users in the system and 5 total licenses for IndySoft Commercial Lab Management. So there will be a time where if all 7 of these users try to log in at one time, they will not be able to do so. So we want to make sure that the 3 technicians here are the ones that are able to always log into the system, and that the customers are the ones that get a pop-up saying, oh, all licenses have been consumed. So the first step to do that is we need to create that pool. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create a pool, and we'll click on that icon that you saw at the top right, and then we can click on the add button, and we can give this a name, and we'll click customers, and then we're going to allocate a specific number of licenses. I think we're going to do, in this example, let's do 2 licenses total. That will make sure that we always have 3 available for those 3 technicians to log in. And there'll be 2 licenses always available. Why not always available? That will be available for customers to log in as well. Now that that pool is added, we want to make sure that exclusive box is unchecked. If we did check this exclusive box, that does make these licenses exclusive to this pool and only these users that are in that pool. So what that would basically do is take away 2 licenses from the total number of licenses that are available and only allocate them to those lists. So a good example for an exclusive license pool would be like a system administrator license pool. So if we have a system admin pool, we can allocate that and we can make that exclusive. And then let's go ahead and apply these new pools to the user base. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to add this user here, IndySoft, our system administrator, to the system admin pool, and I want to make sure that their pool priority is 1. So the pool priority is a secondary hierarchy inside of that pool. So first you have that pool level, and then you have all the users in the pool. The lower the number, the first in line that user will be for that pool. So what this actually did is it made one license exclusive only to this specific user. So now only 4 licenses are available in the system, really, to anyone that's not a system administrator license pool group. So for this specific example, I don't really want to do that, but that is a good use case for your exclusive license pools, is assigning that to a system administrator. So let's go ahead and we can remove those pools. So to remove a pool, you can right click here, edit that pool, and then we go ahead and delete the system admin one right there. And then we can press OK, and now we're back to where we want to be. So now that we have the 2 licenses in the customer pool, we can add these customers to those licenses. I guess that pool. So let's go ahead and do that. And then, but for the customers, there's one extra checkbox we do want to check, and that is the only allow login using the pools below. So this forces the customer to only use the licenses that are allocated to this license pool, which are only 2. So this technically only allows 2 customers to log in at one time, but it does prevent the case where all 3 customers are logged in, and let's say 2 techs are logged in and that 3rd tech is left out. We really don't want that situation when you're calibrating and they're working throughout their day. So now that these customers are added to the customer license pool, and we did check that only allow login using the pools below, it only allows those customers to log in using those licenses that are allocated. And now you'll have a system to where the technicians will never be prevented from logging into the system. You are basically set up for the license pools for this example. If you have any questions regarding license pools or anything in general, please reach out to us at support@indiesoft.com, and we're happy to help, and I hope you take advantage of this awesome feature.